Hello guys and welcome to my mods for Elena Cousin. Um, First up is going to be the programs or patches that I run. Some of them you can find, like the mod manager, in your DAO file. If you can't find it in there, there's definitely one on Netflix that you can download. Also, DA monitor, I have that you can find in Netflix too. Basically, one or the other should do just fine, but read your mods so that you know which one you're using. Your charge gen morph compiler, that's for any like hair, makeup, all those anesthetics, and you're going to need a charmorph file. The charmorph file here, basically, it's to keep into your file for your stuff so that you can program into all your hair mods or makeup mods. I have a patch 4 file. It's to make the game run smoother because it is an older game. It's to help run it faster, and I got a reshade mod to make it look a little better, keep it updated. Excuse me, sorry about that. So yeah, that is basically what I have to run the Dragon Age Origins, and you can give or take a little bit if you want to run the programs or not. Alright, so all my gameplay mods here are up next. And let's see, I cannot live without improved atmosphere. Improved atmosphere, it just makes everything so much better. It is basically makes your NPCs move around and everything else. You get additional like animals and additional like products and whatnot, and different kinds of armor and stuff like that. And you can't have improved atmosphere without Icon Project. It does everything so really good with different pictures for your armor and for your weapons. Dragon Age Origin Official Remaster. Yeah, I run that instead of the actual redesign now because I've had glitches in the redesign. Obvious, no helmet hack, lock bash. If I want to download my mods for hair and stuff, I want the hack. Lock bash. If you don't have a rogue, you can get into any of them. You do lose some stuff, but that's alright. Combat tweets. Basically, it just rebalances your fighting, and it just makes the gameplay do a lot better in your game where you're fighting, and it just kind of balances to make it more of a fair game. Sometimes I have to take that off just because I've played the game so many times, even on the hardest I can go, and sometimes it is just a little too easy for me. But I mean, use that as your discretion, but it makes it better. Make console command visible. This is just for your little I can't remember what it's called, but you do that to download some of the mods in there, and you can't see what you're typing, you're always guessing. This just makes it view a little better. Console command for visible Steam Ultimate Edition. I download this one because I have my game through Steam, and it just helps make it connect to Steam better. I don't think you need it for EA, but I could be wrong on that, but I need both of these to get my console commands visible. Excuse me. And there's a little bit of a wait here. I apologize for that. Alright, so additional gameplay mods and fixes. So this is just kind of odd and end mods that I have in my gameplay that makes it more fun. Like, you know, skip the fade. I hate the fade. I ain't gonna lie. It's not something that I want to stream or want to play. It's boring to me. And if I can skip it, even when I am recording, I am going to skip it. It's just my preference. Quinn's Ultimate DAO Fix Pack. This basically fixes any bugs, makes it run for, better, takes care of some of those glitches that you would have. I have not had an issue with that one, but as far as I know, it runs pretty smooth, and I believe it's a very popular mod. C Meza 7 Hugs. Basically, if you watch my first stream, Arla, or the Cousland, we get to hug, and I love it. It makes it just, yeah, I think I almost cried doing it, but it was so sweet. There's other additionals that you can do with the hugs. It's a new one that I've tried out, and I love it. TSM DAA Bodyguards Tweaks. Basically, that's just exactly what it means. It is takes care of like the royal guards and all that other stuff. Make sure that they have what they have. GWOF scripts. Basically that's what it is. I sense dark spawn. Or Alistair going, beware, there's dark spawn about. That's basically what that is. Stealing always success. Now, stealing, I don't usually use this always, but when I do, I hate waiting for it to reload when it fails. This mod just makes sure that, yes, I'm cheating, that it's a success every time. So then I don't have to wait for it to reload, and I don't have to worry. Later in the gameplay, we're going to be doing a lot of stealing, and I just hate waiting for it, or if I get caught, then it's battling, an unnecessary step. So I'd rather, get it over with. Manu Reeve from Krogram's Corpse. Now, this one has an additional program that I load up too. If you see when we were at the Ogre's place, you got the Blood Mage manual as well. Basically, this is just to make sure you got it. You don't have to buy it. Nothing different. It's pretty good, especially if you don't want to do the Blood Mage quest and go back. Red Village sees Immortality NPC. This is basically to keep Lloyd alive, if you want to take him or not. That's the only reason why I have this mod. Dance Party. So we haven't gotten to this mod yet. It's a new one even for me. It's supposed to, well, maybe we do. No, we haven't yet. But basically it's to, for, the campsite or the tavern in Denham, I believe you can have a dance party. So we'll see how that goes. Awakening Silvertide Mines Blood Fix. It basically takes care of the glitch that takes your supplies away from you. Basically, Sigram's Roguish Pass and Law and Order Fix. That is so that we get her side quest program. Works like a charm. It's been working ever since. I love this mod. I didn't know that there was a side mod or a side quest for her until I put that in there. So yeah, definitely neat. Awakening Black Blade Armor Dragon Drop Fix. Basically, I love this armor. I like it really. Basically, this takes care of the drop fix for us. Gloves during the joining. Basically, what it says, when you're drinking from the chalice, sometimes your gloves disappear. This just helps it from disappearing. It makes it aesthetically pleasing. And if you know about nugs later in the game, a good nug is a quiet nug. You know that all the squeaking and you try to talk to your companions. It's kind of an annoyance to hear everything through all the squeaking. The next mod is basically the same thing. Less barking from your dog. He barks constantly, and it's just to keep him from barking less, making him more behaved, basically. I wish I had a mod for my two sometimes when they see squirrels, so this mod is great for the gameplay. Awakening Riot Scene Persuade Fix. So this one is fantastic. It helps persuade, in the Awakening Riot. TSM, the king is dead. Basically puts clothes on your king when he's, later in the game, so he's not in his whitey tighties. I always find it was more pleasing if the king was in his white tighties, but however, I like clothes on him. I think it's more appropriate. DAO companion letter for Awakening. Basically, it's just for sentimental values from your friends and from your companions and party that follows you into Awakening. I feel it's more compatible. If you're going to make friends, you're going to try keeping in touch, and the other games kind of keep that in a way too, because if you end up friends, they're keeping a touch for that. So, anesthetics for character creation. This is all my mods. That's going to use that char grid file. Basically, you guys can look over them. If you like them, go ahead and download them. These are some new ones, some old ones of my mods for character creation that I was trying out. So make sure that you have that chart file into these and that one program, because otherwise it's not going to link into your game. You ain't going to get any of these mods. And it took me a while to figure that out, but just so that anybody who's new into the mods, you need that file, you need that program. So basically the ones that are loading up are basically what they are. Hairstyle Days, Volume 2, Hairs, Bronzy Face Textures, changes the face, new textures, about the same for your eyes and for your facials. Color Hair Highlights gives you more options for your hair color, and Hairstyle Days is more hair. Yeah, I can't live without Hairstyle Day or Hairstyle Volume 2. I like the color highlights. Barzina's new face textures, that's new. And I always have the new textures. It just makes your character a little more pretty. But use, whatever you want or whatever you like for these kind of mods. These are just my mods for my character creation. I guess character creation is just what you prefer. Alright, let's get this. I apologize, I'm just waiting for it to flip. But anyway, while we're waiting, anything new? I don't know. Not much new. Next week is my kids' surgery. I'm pretty excited. Get it done and over with here. Alright, so now we're going into the next more for our character creation creation. Daily skin tints, basically. Yeah, it's a skin mod. It's basically how it is. Oops, sorry, I hit my mic. It just makes a little bit more coloring or more choices for it. Makes it more smoother. Don't worry, be hairy. Has only 2 hair mods in it, and they're for your humans, females. It only has the 2 mods. They don't work for the elves or the dwarves. It's just for my Cousland or your ML. Otherwise, it doesn't really work for you. More hairstyles. Basically what it is, it gives different kind of hairstyles. I have a lot of hair in here. LOTS, and there's typo. Female eyelashes. Basically makes it longer, more prettier. I can't live without that in my games. I have a lot of eyelash mods, Sims, Dragon Age. It is what it is. Pineapple trees, vibrant colors, basically gives you more colors for you to pick and choose from, if it's makeup or eyes or, you know, all that. Realistic teeth basically does what it says. It gives actual teeth that look fairly real. I also have, that I forgot to put on here, white teeth as well. It just makes it white and pearly. Otherwise, it looks pretty dark. And I like that white teeth because it makes it a pleasing. Beldos Cosmetics. I can't remember. Did we have this in before? I don't know. It's a new one. It's makeup. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not. I like it. Our Cousland is wearing that. So, it's a different perspective, different hair. It gives a different character choices too in your pre-select. HD eyebrows and stubble presents. Basically what it is, it's eyebrows, new choices, because DAO gives you limited presets. Natural light for character creation, basically lighten up the background so you can see what you're doing in your creator creation. It's a mod that I have in there all the time. I can't go without it. I can't live without it. Alright, so now we're getting to the nitty-gritty of our companions. I do believe that I have all the aesthetics and all the mods that I use for armors and stuff like that for them. Alistar's younger Alistair. So basically it makes Alistair a little bit younger, makes his skin a little smoother, and it's just an aesthetic pleasing to me. I can be more, you know, because we need that in our lives. Alright, Alistair mod. Basically gives them brighter eyes, brighter hair, and it just makes him completely more all around more aesthetic, I guess, is what I want to do. Smooth everything out. Alistair's Rose Reward. Basically what it is, if you ever played DOA, you know that if you're doing a romance, you can give you get a reward for romance in there, and it just basically makes the rose actually wearable. Alistair's Mother's Amulet altogether. Basically it's the same as the rose. You complete it by giving Alistair his amulet, and basically instead of just being a side quest, it's a wearable amulet. RAKBSN Archive Alistair's Gifts. Basically it's a additional gift giving from Alistair, and it just helps in the long run if you're going to romance him. Alistair dialogue patch. Basically, updates some of those erasable dialogues that he uses and places it back in there, whether it's a romance or just a gameplay through. Restores some of the dialogues that were cut out of the game, and it's fantastic. I love it. I use a dialogue patch in our DA2 for like Dragon Age 2 and Dragon Age Inquisitor, especially for Anders, about where everything is, and for Cullen in Dragon Age 3, because, well, if you romance Mel, Cullen, that, talks about that as a comparison in Dragon Age 3. So it's just patches for dialogues are great. Alright, and we're still in the companion mods, and we got Oghren. There is only one mod for Oghren, and it's called It's Oghren. It just changes the appearance. Overall, you got a few choices with this mod. You go ahead and pick what you want out of it. Singram, there is only one mod for her as well. There's multiple choices in there to choose from as well, and it's called Singram Redesign. Just choose and pick what is your favorite out there and load it up to your game, and make sure you have that char file. I noticed that it doesn't pull up unless you run that program and have that file in there. Otherwise, she's the same as she normally is. Valana appearance overall. There's a few selections in this one as well. Had some of Valana's appearance overall in the redesign one that I had before, Conflict, but with the new unofficial one, this mod works great. Same with Anders. I only have one mod for Anders. Anders appearance overall, and that's the only one that's in this Cousland playthrough. If I was doing an ML, there'd be a couple more Anders in there, but for this gameplay through, I only have this mod for Anders. It's just to make him look a little bit cleaner, a little bit more like DA2. So, mods for Win. I don't think I have a whole lot of mods in here for her. I do have the Rhea design. You get to choose like a different age area for the redesign. Just kind of makes her a little bit older, or not older, younger, smooths the skin a little bit. Attractive Win, make her a little bit more pleasing. If you read the books, in the book there, it describe her as old and wrinkly, and how DAO makes her, and she's attractive old lady, and that's what we're going to do. Dust package armor. If you watch my first playthrough, I have that one through my Dalish mage, which I use for my mages or for Win, and Win is getting it. She's not getting the sexy one, she's getting the fairly appeasing one, and it's a package that I love. That it does annoy. It reloads every time you reload into your save file. That's okay, just destroy them or sell them, do what you want to do, but I can't live without this package armor. It's the best armor that I've come across for my mages. Alright, mods for Liliana. I have quite a few for her. Whether it's anesthetic or armor, there is a lot. So this one goes with Morgan as well. It's just new faces, new Morgan and Liliana faces. Pick and choose one. Whatever you want, whatever's more pleasing for you. There's faces for these two characters, companions. Just pick what is more pleasing for you. Lily's Chantry Amulet. You get right away when you load into the game. I like it. You can place it on any other companions if you don't like it. Just gives a little bit more of a boost. Pick or choose. It's up to your discretion, but I like it, and it's always in my game. So the next mods that are coming up are for the Provactor. You have to play Lillian's actual side mission, you know, her little storyline, to get the Provactor armor. Otherwise, these mods aren't going to work. They're just going to sit there. I do remove them out of my gameplay when I first start, and then throw them back in so that the battle dress doesn't disappear. You need all three of these. The battle dress of True Sacred Ashes, the True Sacred Ash Armor Immerse, and Liliana's True Sacred Integration Arms and Armor. It gives additional boots, whatnot. And I spelled that wrong. Retexture for a Sacred Armor too. It just remodels and changes it. And basically, you need all four of these for it to work. I always, like I said, remove it out of the game when I'm doing a new gameplay. And then once Liliana has the strength for it, I throw it in there. You can buy the boots and the gloves through Bohan, and go from there. I wish they had a helmet for the True Ash Armor Immerse, but they don't. And then the Provactor gets changed to the Sacred Ashes armor, and you use it for her. So, if I decide to leave Liliana on the sideline, I use the Phoenix armor. If you don't know what that is, go ahead and check it out. It's for female only. Sometimes I'll use the Provactor for my own rogues, but I have other mods that I like for my rogues, so this one goes to more like Liliana. Provactor sometimes, if I don't use that and I use the Phoenix on her, that means I'm taking Severn with me, so I put the Protector on him. Sorry about my dog. Morgan, please. Speaking of Morgan, Morgan's mods. We have Morgan Inquisition hairstyle. There's multiple hairstyles in there for Morgan. Just pick whatever you want. Not in this mod, but a particular hairstyle that's just in this mod. But there's all sorts of hairstyle mods out there for Morgan or Liliana, or for your characters. Just kind of look through them. Yellow eyes for Morgan and Flemeth. I love this mod. It matches her mother and her together. If you notice in Inquisition, they are fairly look-alike. They look, you know, got the same eyes, same structures and stuff like that. And it just makes the gameplay more real for me. Alright, so the next mods that are popping up are for her armor. You're going to need both of these for them to work well. Morgan's robe collection and the core of her heart. You want to find the core of her heart in the robe collection so that both mods work seamlessly together. There's also the loincloth that I believe that has to be in there for this, and basically that's the only reason why I have this mod in there, is for the core of her heart. It's one of my favorites. I do like the Inquisition one as well, but for this playthrough I decided to do different robes for her this time. In my first playthrough I had the Inquisition robes, and I go back and forth between the core of her heart and the Inquisition robe. So you use whatever mods that you want. Like I said, I always have them on back storage, and they save and it shows you the history of your mods. So sometimes mods leave though, and are unusable. it's sad, but you know, modders, they put a lot of effort into it, and you get what you can get, you know. I always like new mods as well. All right, our fantastic elf here, Zevran. A more alluring, softer Zevran. It's a mod that does an overall look on him. Elf ears. This is for every elf, not just Zevran. It's a good one to have. Makes their ears actually look like elf ears. Zevran the lockpick. Yeah. He comes with you without any lockpick, but he has the gusto to say that he can steal and pick and do all this other stuff, which actually the game does not have any lockpicking for him, and I find that troublesome. And if I want to put him in my party and I'm not a rogue, I like somebody to pick my locks for me. So this just updates him further so that he has lock picking ability. So now we're getting into our Konori friend. You need Konori updates for what, you know, if you want to change it into actual looking like they do in DA2 and the Inquisition, it makes Sten actually look like what he is supposed to be. He is a Konori, and when I first played Dragon Age 2 and I seen the difference, I'm going, what happened here? They didn't really do anything in DAO for you know, separating the Konoris and actual humans, but this is a must need for me now. The next ones are for him for army, is basically giving him his Konori armor, armor of the Sten, epilogue, armor of the Sten for Sten. You're gonna need all these for those mods to look and for it to work like you want. And this rebalance basically is what it says. It rebalances the armor so that it gives him extra bonus like 10 armor, strength and stuff like that. It's got additional bonus for it. So you need the rebalance to work with the other two. The other two basically give you the look for the armor and for the additional part. I believe it changes in Lothering the was it main bandit basically, and changes it into the armor Sten so that you are able to use it. Reaver Sten, basically Sten comes to you without any additional, you know, like those side mods, you know. This one gives him one, so then you are able to have him as a Reaver and then pick the additional when you reach level 14. Alright, dog. I always name my dog Bark Spawn. Drives my daughter crazy, but hey, you know, it is what it is. I can't not name him anything else because I love Alistair and I love Zevran, and some of their wordings follows me throughout all the Dragon Age. So basically these are mods for him, not an addition for less barking, but hey. Extra dog slot, basically so that you can have a full party and still bring your dog with you. I love this. Make sure that you're keeping track, and I don't always keep track when you're going back to camp to remove the mod to remove dog before you enter. Sometimes it glitches out, and I'm sure I'm going to run into it because I can never remember. Extended dog talents and full combat dog TSM Mighty Dog. Basically, it is what it says it is. It gives more talents, more abilities, so that your dog can level up with your people. Otherwise, he normally runs out of things to select, and then your additional points just sit there and you can't use them. With the full combat dog and the extended dog talents, you're able to pick more abilities, more like your actual companions. It gives them extra abilities, and not all those additional points when he levels up is just sitting there. That was probably why I added the reverb for Sten as well, because it's always sitting there. I wish there was a mod like that for Shale. I would load that down in a heartbeat, because it's frustrating when you got all those additional points and you can't put them anywhere. So basically, we're moving on to the NPC mods. Everybody else other than your companion mods. I have a lot of these as well. So this mod I've never gotten to work, and I have no idea why. It drives me crazy. DA2 Isabel and Flemeth to DAO, and DAO 2 Isabella. It's in there. I know I have them in there right. It doesn't really work. I've had them work once, and I love it. And I'm hoping that this playthrough that we're getting that to work. Inquisition robes for Flemeth. This is a new one. I haven't tried it out yet. So this playthrough, we're gonna find out if it works or not. It'd be really cool if it did work. Dalish elves, beautiful. Basically, it is just an aesthetic, pleasing mod for the Dalish, because between dwarfs and Dalish, they get overlooked. So some of these mods, they basically make them a little more aesthetic pleasing in the Dragon Age Origins. The Dalish elves, they get more better as you go further into the games. I don't like how they looked in DA2. It is what it is. But in the Inquisition, they're absolutely gorgeous. Inquisition Dalish Vaseline Remaster basically replaces the old Dalish tattoos and puts it like the Inquisition. I love the Inquisition tats. They're pretty. Dalish armor replacers. So basically, instead of just wearing regular armor like every NPC in there, they have their own style. They have their own style in other games, except for the DAO. So this just replaces it so that it follows each game and makes it aesthetically pleasing. Yeah, I can never go back to the old armor, especially after playing the other two. But DAO is probably my favorite because I'm old school, and this was the first one that I've played back in the day when it first came out. There is no replacement for Origins in my heart. It will always be in my game, where I move DL2 and Inquisition in and out just for other gameplays and for my sim game. But the original one always stays in there, and that's just how it is. TMP 7704 Unique Dalish Armor Model Tweaks and Dalish Light Armor Retexture. Basically is what the other ones are. It's just making sure that all the retextures and the tweaks and the models and any kind of NPC things are following the Dalish armor. Dalish light armor retex, basically light, is like the Dalish Chinjin armor retex, making sure that warriors are getting theirs, rogues are getting theirs, the mages are getting their own special one, because each one of them, just like humans, are unique in their own way. Awakening improved companions items. I did not know where to put this one in here, if I should wait for like the weapons and stuff like that, but we're going to put that in here. Basically, it improves the items for your companions awakening. Improved companion items. Basically, it's for you know, your original ones when you for your Grey Warden playthrough. Basically, updates like Stens and Morgans and Lilianas. So both of these items are help your companions. They should have probably been in the other one, but we're gonna put them here because I didn't know where to put them, because I did individual for companions, and yeah, I guess I could have probably put it in a different area, but we're going to go ahead and mention this. It just improves what they're already wearing so that they have a personal item that is only for them, that it's improving on their stats. In the Awakening, sometimes you don't really need that, just because there is so many like things you can substitute and move on and off and add to them that really doesn't hurt them as much. And by this point, you got so much in your inventory already that you're bringing from the actual game to Awakening game. And I come across on trying to figure out who to what not to add, but this just kind of takes that consideration away, and you can definitely sell the other ones off or use it for your own character. I'm just going to take a drink for a moment while these other mods load up. Give me one moment. All right. So other ones, Tranquil Brand 2.0. Basically, any Tranquil Mage that's in the game has that little like sun brand to actually show them, because they have it starting in DA2, and I just wanted to reflect that in our original. That's one thing that I love, that in further games that was not in the original games. Dwarves are not mages. I have tried to fix it. Sometimes this mod works, sometimes it does. Deventer Knights give Deventer outfits to the Deventers that are in there. Same with the robes. It covers the chest instead of exposing it. It's kind of weird, but it is what it is. I like it to be changed. Chantry robes Inquisition colors. When you first see Liliana or any of the other Chantry ones, it changes to the pleasing robes that they updated in Inquisition and bring it into your Dragon Age Origins. And I love this mod. It works great. I didn't have this in my first playthrough when I recorded for you guys, but this one we definitely have it, and it is great. And I mistyped in here too. That's okay. So it, instead of novels, it's nobles. So female noble clothing overhaul. Basically, it is what it is. Noble dresses overhauls. Basically, puts more design in the noble ones, like silk and diamonds and pearls and etc., etc. You know, makes them more look like nobles they are, because in the other games, basically, they have more ones. I do have a little bit of glitches. I don't know where it's coming from, but most of it is working just fine. Female noble clothings and noble dresses overhaul compatibility patch. Again, we're going back to that char program. You're gonna need that for this mod as well. And I don't know why I just put Chantry robes, Inquisition colors again in here. Silly me. I have so many mods. I was trying not to repeat them, but it looks like one got away from me. But anyway, Again, on the Chantry Robes, it's a stated pleasing, and it's one of the more newer mods that I absolutely love and probably will keep in my game for a while now. The noble dresses, if I can find out where they're glitching out, I'll be keeping these as well. All these are new for the Cousland playthrough. I did not have any of these in my first playthrough. So you need this for Ferelden models for those noble dresses that I mentioned, so that they run smoother. Ferelden nobility, you need that as well. Did I spell these right? I can't tell. Now I'm questioning whether I, put double mods in here, or if I kept spelling them right, or if I had glitches. But anyway, changes the appearance, different facials and stuff like that, and different hairs for your nobles or for your NPCs, even the common ones that it goes for. And just to make them more diverse, so they don't look like the same thing over again. Alright, so the ones that are popping up now are the same reason why I have the Ferelden nobilities and the models and stuff like that. And that is to make diversity for the kids as well. Diversity faces for kids, the children's closets, more hair for kids, and diversed children. Basically makes every child different, gives them different hairs. Also, the diverse children mod, the button on the bottom here, works with the elf ears that we had in the Severance mod. Basically gives them actual ears, gives them different facials, gives them hair, gives them different clothing, and makes them unique. Makes them unique to their Pacific race. Some for the elves in alienage, and then some for the Dalish. Same with anything like dwarves or humans or commons, and it changes for the nobility children as well. It just makes it feel more real to me. I like all those diverse things to make sure that the NPCs are reflected as well as your companions are. Dexterity light armor. Now we're into armor and additional items. Basically, it's what it is. What it says. It basically lowers the strength down a little bit for your rogues. Or for your mages, so that you don't have to go so high to get the unique armor. RK studded armor, tints, tune-ups, no rivets. Basically, you know how you get some of those studded armors and they have those nipples? And that basically smooths out the texture so you don't get those additional nipples. I like it way better. Otherwise it looks, anyway, gets rid of the nipples. Mage equipment updates. Basically it is what it says it is. It updates, like for Inquisition and DA2, brings some of those textures and mods and the looks into the originals, and it works really good with the redesign and improve atmosphere. Origin rings. Now, this is a new one. I love this one, and it gives you all the ones for your character. You have noble rings. You have a separate for Dalish or the Aeolian elf or a mage, whatever you want to. You need that visible command to load up this mod and bring one of the rings over. Marianne's camp storage is just an additional storage that shows up in your camp, just like gives you extra storage where you can save equipment, or I like when doing the battles. I don't like waiting for that side quest to go to the Warden's Keep. Basically, I like to have the storage right away. Alright, and since we're playing Cousland, I had to have this mod in here. It's Noble Cousland of Ferelden Origins. Basically, it gives you all the outfits and customs that fit your origins. Cousland mementos. Basically, you would have a signet ring, kind of like any other noble, and different things that you would bring. And I thought that she would get that if when her parents passed away, because they don't know what happened to Fergus. And basically, every noble child brings something part of their family with them, and it should have been for commons and whatnot, and basically that's what origin rings are for the other ones that are not a Cousland. Cousland army basically gives you unique Cousland armory and weapons, and it's additional things for your origin play. Duncan's outfit and Duncan's armor. Basically, it is what it is. It makes Duncan look like the Grey Warden he is. It doesn't work in cutscenes. The cutscenes, he's got his original origin armor on there. That's alright. But I do like these for other, when you first start out the game. It makes him look like the warden he is, and he's not just a warden, he's a warden of the Thetis, and he needs to look his place. If you're going to have additional things for wardens, you definitely need this one. It gives you additional armors for your Grey Wardens of Thetis. Basically, makes any Grey Warden in your playthrough look like Grey Wardens. Also gives you your Grey Warden armor, so that makes you look like a Grey Warden. And basically, Grey Wardens of Ferelden textures plays off of this other mod as well, making them look like their part. I love this mod. This is always in there, even if I have additional armor mods for my character. This one always is in here. I basically put it on Alistair often, even if I have a different Grey Warden outfit that I want to do for my character. This always is needed for all the Grey Wardens, so you know which ones they are, and Alistair, because I find it's more pleasing on him, and he plays his part perfectly. Scout and Mage Hood conflict. I think I had this mod work once or twice. Basically, it's supposed to fix your mod so that you don't see the back of the head, and as you can tell through my playthrough, it doesn't always work. It's alright. I don't know what's going on with it, but hey, it's still in there just in case it wants to work. Warden Armor's chest. Basically, puts a chest in your camp. You do have to exit and come back to your camp a second time for that one to work, and it gives you additional and pretty fantastic armor in there to pick and choose from. So we don't have this one quite yet, but you are going to see it in a later date. Grey Warden Trish Armor Retext. It's a different texture. You're going to need that visible command mod that I have in here to get that Warden armor. But as of right now, we're going to wait for this one. Miss Cousland that I'm playing through, she is wearing this armor set and mod that's coming up right now. It's Underworld Armory set and Underworld Armory. I'm sorry. it's going to be a long mod list, and I'm already mixing up my words. I apologize. But this is what she's wearing right now. It is basically a Grey Warden armory that is unique for Cousland, but you can use it for any other characters that you wish. You can get it right away in your game, or you can use the console command to get it. Basically, it works either way, and you can use it at your discretion. I do like it to start off, and then I'll probably switch over to Trish's. Alright, what everybody is waiting for now is my romance mods. I have a lot of romance mods, but this one is just going to be for, Alistair and Alara. I think I said these are the two that I'm planning on romancing, because we did Zevran last playthrough, and it just makes sense that my noble is going to romance Alistair. Alright, so romance mantos for awakening, basically whatever romance that you choose from. This is a good mod for any of them, and it's always in my game. It basically takes your mementos from your romance or whoever you choose to awakening, and you have to keepsake it so they don't disappear. Gate kisses, this works with any romance as well. Basically, you get your kisses in before you go into the main battle. Alistair's proposal, very important. If he wants to marry Cousland, he better propose right. And it's a fun little clip of him proposing, and it just makes everything a little more real. Alright, so speaking of proposal, you have to have mods for the wedding. So the Lilalands, I'm sorry if I butchered that name. Very great modder. I have a lot of her mods. Alistair, Epilogue, the Royal Wedding, and then she does Sleep Until Dawn. Basically, the Royal Wedding gives you options and different epilogues and clips and stuff, because we have to have a wedding if we're going to do Alistair. Sleep Until Dawn basically puts a war intent up. You can sleep with dog or any romance that you choose from. Again, with her, because she's fantastic, you have to have Sleep Until Dawn for Alistair's nightmare to work. Basically, it gives in on why he's so opposed to Logang, kind of how we feel, why he's so passionate and whatnot. It's a great one to have in there, whether you're romancing Alistair or not. It's just a little clip into his nightmares, and it is a great addition. Timus and Sarah Cousland, the rescue at Ishal. Now, I've already played through Ishal, and you know that additional where Flemeth comes to save your character and Alistair, or dog, whatever it is. It basically gives you a little insight. I like that, whether you're going to be friends or romance Alistair, but it just gives an insight on the rescue. Alistair's romance eavesdropping. Basically, it puts a little bench in your camp, and you can eavesdrop on your companions, on any kind of romance that you're having with Alistair. It's fun little clips. I have little clips like that to go with any of my characters that I'm romancing, and it's great. Additional romance clips is going to be Alistair's Night's Moonlit Bath, and basically we're going to take a bath with Alistair later down the line. I have one for both Zevran, and I have one for Liliana when I play. Basically, my favorite romances are Zevran and Alistair, because they're cheeky. Liliana, Morgans, they're okay. I'll play them. Romance, it's alright. But because we're Cousland, we do need this next mod that's coming up, Revenge of the Cousland. It basically, once you get to do your revenge, it kind of breaks in how a Cousland would feel, like all the memories of their parents dying. They still don't know whether or not their brother is alive. But it's additional. Huh. Okay, so we're gonna just stop that there. It's an additional gameplay, and I can't believe I talked for an hour. But yeah, let's go ahead and I'm gonna say farewell to you. And man, I'm so chit chatty today. But we'll see you next time, and hope you enjoyed. Bye now.